Alright guys, how's it going today? We are going to review how I came second place in a chess.com rapid tournament. If you were around in the stream, you would have seen this. But we're just going to go over a quick game review of, first of all, two of the games, and in the next episode we'll have the following two. The first one was, it actually drove me insane, and if you were there, you will know why. So let's just jump straight into it. So this is the first game against the really, really annoying Frenchman. If you come up against this guy, just report him. Don't play him. Just waste his time because that's exactly what he done. We had the black pieces. We were going for a Caro-Kann, but he pushed e5. It was kind of difficult to get out of the way and start to try make any progress. We did calculate a few things that if he takes, we can get the knight out. This really worried about this check, but as long as his pawn remains here, he's not winning the rook, and everything should be fine. And he just started throwing a lot of his pawns forward. We just started taking with check. So again, very common tactic. Once you push your c pawn, you've got this check, and it just allowed us to grab this pawn. He didn't do anything about it. We got the pawn. Then he just completely pushing this pawn, removing the defense of this one. And it is followed by a check. So we captured, he covered, we just captured, got our queen to safety. We had to move out. Now you got to be careful with any forks on the c square. So we did move over to protect. We protect and we attack. Trading off the queens is, the amount of material we had, it made sense to do so. We did possibly have, we moved down. We can't go here because his knight is protecting it. It would be a very, very vital square that he is protecting. Now that he's castled, he's extremely weak. With all them pawn pushes he was doing, he's really weakened himself. We get out of the way of the pin from his rook. That way allowing us to capture if he does decide to take. If we remained here, we couldn't capture back because of the pin. And yeah, I think he just got really frustrated. We done a nice wee tactic there to win the bishop. We traded dark squared bishops. He captured. We then took his light squared. This knight has not moved in quite a while. Still protecting this very, very vital square. And now he moves it. We give him a check. He blunders his knight. We trade down the rooks. And then he wastes time. I swear. So to 20th minute. He sat here for 10 minutes. 10 whole goddamn bloody minutes. Didn't make a move. Then the game got aborted and we won. So that was our first win. Chess.com gave us an estimated rating of 1550. 1550. Oh my good bejesus. Can't believe it. Accuracy of 89%. Quickly moving on to the next game. Again, the ratings do fluctuate because it is a tournament. You're coming up against just random people, and again, people who have won the same amount of games as you have. In this position or in this game, we're both on 2 wins. So here we go. This is what happens. We get the white pieces. Go for Vienna. A lot of people seem to be playing the Scandinavian now recently. I think kind of after Gotham's course came out, they're following it quite a bit. Really, really recently in my games, even over the board games, I'm getting this formation quite a lot. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. Quite a lot. This move, a6, is a clear proof that he wants to start pushing down. So we just push a4 to stop that. Knight out here, it's kind of an inaccuracy because it's not really going anywhere. I was happy enough that if he does jump in, we're just going to take. We'll trade down. I know most of our pawns are on dark squares, and we do have a dark squared bishop. But I was happy. I thought we can convert that, no problem. Pawn here is there to be captured. That's why the knight went there. I was just worried about some move coming down here. He has 3 of his pieces looking at it. We only have 1. So say for example, I did take the pawn. Say I took the pawn. He went here. I take. He takes. I don't know. I didn't find it too pleasant. Computer does say white is still slightly better. I just didn't like it. But we managed to get the pawn anyway. We close up this side of the file, creating a wee outpost for our knight. He completely just blunders a rook. I don't know how he didn't see that. So we capture the rook, get our knight back out. Still try to keep the centre closed. Now there's a lot of tension going on this d4 square. It's clear this is going to be the make or break. Both queens are looking at it, so are a pair of knights, both staring right at it. He does try to remove one of the attackers, or one of the defenders of that d5 square, and he does successfully. So he captures with a knight. We then pin the knight. He starts adding more defenders to that there square, so we just keep piling on the pressure, adding more attackers. We attack the bishop as it's currently unprotected. If he takes, we can just take. Our pawn is nice far and forward. And now this knight is there to be taken, but not just yet. We have to add another attack. Computer does say in this position that you can take, because if you take, that's back rank mate. The only way to stop it is, or no, that's, well, yeah, there, and then take, and then there. That's back rank mate. I didn't calculate that. I just kept adding on the pressure. I should have seen it and I should have went for it. Here was a very, very vital moment. Now, if this knight remains, okay, if this knight remains and we make a simple move, say we just decide to add another attacker, that is mate in 1. Why is that mate in 1? Queen will cover all of these squares, and this, the knight covers here. Had to remove the knight to give our king that breathing space to get out. Queen is under attack. Now we attack the queen, and we have 2 pieces looking up here. We decide to trade off the queens because at the end of it, we are up to rooks, and he resigns with back rank mate being on the next move. Could obviously move pawn to stop it, but he's not going to stop 2 rooks. And that is how we got 2 out of 4. 2 out of 4 in our first tournament. I tell you what, because it's been quite short, we will quickly open up the other games. Quite intense, so they were. This next one is 77 moves, so it was bananas. And we'll get the last one up, last but not least. Yeah, so again, this is the first tournament that we've ever came, quite high up in. We were streaming it. We had a lot of people there coming by and joining. So again, if you did stop by, I very much appreciate it. So here we go. This is game 3. Game 3 began with the Caro-Kann. Now, very unusual, a Slav defense. I don't think I've ever come up against this formation before. Oh, excuse me. Computer does say attack. We just kind of try to keep our principle with a knight or bishop going here, knight to go here. But we needed to defend the center because he currently has 2 attackers and he just would have been winning material that way. So with defend against the check, we're happy enough to trade, opening the B file for our rook. We cover the check with our knight to get a wee bit more development, getting ready to castle. We get rid of the knight on his side. He castles, we castle. Then it becomes very, very intense. So this knight is going to have more people looking at him than he would go into a pony show. It's not so. Currently he has 1, 2, 3 pieces looking here, so we only have 2 defenders. We could move the king over, add another defender. We could lift the rook. We could bring back here and add another defender eventually. But we do lift the rook, defended it. Oh, excuse me. We bring the bishop back, possibly another defense. This knight has 1 infiltration square attacking the rook, removing the defense. So here, very, very nice resource with a queen d6. But we've got to watch out for this pawn as well, so it's going to become quite important. So we go queen d6, stopping the infiltration of the knight to attack the rook, and also still protecting the knight, keeping a defender on it. He pushes h5, so we push h6, attacking his bishop. Now, if we did not do that, say we made, again, a normal simple move, that's just pawn push. Oh, excuse me. I was mainly worried about pawn here, because that's just going to become really, really difficult to get rid of and force our bishop to get moving. So if we do add another defender, it's just slowly creeping in white's favour there, but you know, you don't want to be suffering a lollipop checkmate. It's just not too good. So he gets a brilliant move for this tech. Why is that a brilliant move? Let's see why. Let's see what the computer says. So takes, bishop drops back. And yeah, okay, he's destroyed. He's destroyed around our king, the safety of the king. We do blunder. Excuse me. So I don't really understand. Like, okay, computer says it's a blunder only if that line works out. I decided I wanted to trade down the bishop for the knight. He does follow the next line, or sorry, sheep, and bringing down the rook, attacking the queen. We just keep the defense there. This again loses a pawn, bringing the bishop across, because the bishop was pinned to the rook, so it couldn't move. But after he attacks the queen, it happened. Here I decided, okay, we'll try out something. If we push and he takes, we can take the rook. So we'll show you that. So we push, he takes, we take. We get the rook, and you know, everything starts to open up and ease up a bit. But instead, he drops the queen in. We take with check, he takes back. We throw the knight up in order to stop this checkmate and square, because that would just be checkmate if the knight was not there. Currently, the knight and the queen protected. The two rooks see each other, but he sacrifices or trades down the rooks. And yeah, we found a good c5 pawn push, because in this position we were very, very tight up and didn't want to move anything, as it could have been a massive mistake. Here, my idea was there's some check here in order to win the bishop. So, for example, we go here and he takes. We go check. He moves anywhere. Check. We get the bishop. Okay. Could also force a queen trade, or yeah, could basically force a queen trade. And what actually happens is he starts giving us checks quite a lot. We check him, he throws a queen in front, doubles up his pawns, and then it goes to quite a complicated endgame, bishop versus knight. We do have much more pawns, but we've got to make sure not to blunder anything. Pushing our pawns at the right time, not letting the king in, and being sure to, you know, push the correct pawn. Now, here, computer says that we should have pushed, let's see. So saying knight is good move, but, you know, this would have been better. Now, why is pushing here better? You promote to a queen. King takes. After king takes, king b3. Bishop c1. And there's a mate in 8. Bishop c1, there's a mate in 8, or, yeah. That's what computer said. It didn't say that a second ago. It said it was a 15 point, and then it decided, oh yeah, no, actually it's a mate in 15. So yeah, we start pushing up. Be careful not to stalemate, because in this position, if we just pushed up, that would be stalemate. Was king nowhere to go, and he can't push his pawns. So we stepped out to the side. He had to step out to the side. Step one more further in order to get the promotion and keep it safe. Start chowing down on the pawns, and ended up with a nice and simple ladder checkmate. That was the third game that we played. This is now the fourth and the final one that got us the second place in the 30-minute rapid tournament in chess.com. It was in Vienna. Good normal line. We felt comfortable all this point. Trading down this formation can be quite common. As you see, the elo bar is massively on our side, and it was just difficult for our opponent to do anything. Now this is a blunder. Why? Because the pawn is pinned to the king, so that is just a free piece. We just immediately captured it. Computer says here that knight takes. I was looking, there's some type of tactics. So for example, pawn takes. What have we got? We have queen h5 check, king f8, bishop takes g5, attacking the queen, defended by our queen. Queen e8, queen e8 here. So we trade down. You know, we're happy living, so we are. But it gets quite tight and congested. We managed to give him a check to lose his castle and rights. We take, trade down the queens, because we're just up massively in material. We could have taken here possibly, just again trade down a bit more. We do look. He takes a bishop and gets a check. Oh, look at this! Look at that! He just brings his rook up for whatever reason. I don't know why he brought his rook up, but he brought his rook up. We go here. This our rook here is completely cutting off his king from getting anywhere near his rook to protect it. So is the bishop. So he would have to move. We take, and say he does something, he pushes, and he loses his other rook. So he does resign, and that is how. Very very simple. I like not that it was easy. It was quite difficult. We gained a few elo. We are now sitting at 1137, our highest elo yet. And in here, all these things will be changing at the start of March. But yeah, guys, if you ever see the tournaments that are on chess.com, don't be afraid to enter them, because you get some wide range of ratings. Get some wide range of ratings, and there's no reason not to. Really, really, no reason not to at all. But yeah, guys. Anyway, sorry if I do seem a wee bit lackluster in this video. I am quite tired. We're just after streaming for 4 hours and 20 minutes. So yeah, throat is starting to go as well. Anyway, guys, hope you have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you if you watched the stream. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. Bye.